isn't much of an order to our order of service. But we do have announcements inside the order of service which tell you about events coming up this week and this month. And you are welcome to peruse them. And we don't think we have any announcements specifically. I do underneath. Look underneath. That doesn't look good. That's blank. Oh well. What happened? Oh, here they are. They're hiding here. Thank you, Heidi. At the start of the service, a new year is upon us, and that means that our religious education class assistance schedule is wide open. No wonder Heidi. See, Heidi with there we go. She has the prompts. Sign up today, and you will get first choice on which Sunday you will live out your third principle, encouraging a spiritual growth in our congregation. We are nearing the end of our Guest at Your Table campaign. And please remember to place your contribution in the box at the back of the sanctuary. Yes? No?
On the membership table outside.
On the membership table way back there. And thank you all for your help on this program. And see the announcements in the order of service for the other many wonderful things happening in this congregation. We want to especially welcome newcomers. Do we have any newcomers here today? So could you just raise your hand? I'm not going to make you do anything embarrassing. Oh, we got 3 there. Okay. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Welcome. You're welcome to join us in our activities in the order of service, in the insert of the order of service, and come back again and see us. It's wonderful. And Betsy, I guess, is working on newcomers, maybe saying hi to newcomers. She always does a good job of that. So welcome. We begin our service lighting a chalice, and I thought today it might be fun to light not 1 but 9 chalices. I think that's because that's how many readings there are in our hymnal, starting at number 447. So that's why you have a hymnal today, is that there are readings in there. And the way this works is, if any of you would like to start at 447, go up and light a chalice. Say the words. We'll do them in order, I guess.
At times, just from here and then go up, okay? At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us.
Anybody else?
We gather this hour as people of faith, with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest for truth and meaning, in celebration of the life we share today.
We all this time together as new and land of our heart.
Blessed is the match consumed in kindling flame. Blessed is the flame that burns in the heart's secret places. Blessed is the heart with strength to stop its beating for honor's sake. Blessed is the match consumed in kindling flame.
Yes, there are some child-safe candles there, which don't actually require
Yeah, so
matches.
one that Richard can't light.
Anyone else?
Flame of fire, spark the universe, warm our ancestral heart. Agent of life and death, symbol of truth and freedom. We strive to understand ourselves and our earthly home.
Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the glories and the mysteries of this great gift.
There's little switches on the bottom.
May the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers, to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, Spirit of freedom.
In our time of grief, we light a flame of sharing, a flame of ongoing life. In this time when we search for understanding and serenity in the face of loss, we light this sign of our quest for truth, meaning, and community.
Each morning we must hold out the chalice of our being to receive, to carry, and give back.
Take a switch on the bottom. No, oop, that was already in. There's got to be one that's not. But over here, back here where it is. Okay. It's not very bright. It's good. We're going to start with a little bit of contemplation of 2011. And this is a poem by Billy Collins.
Nostalgia. Remember the 1340s? We were doing a dance called the catapult. You always wore brown, the color craze of the decade. And I was draped in one of those capes that were popular, the ones with the unicorns and pomegranates in New York. Everyone would pause for beer and onions in the afternoon, and at night we would play a game called Find the Cow. Everything was hand-lettered then, not like today. Where has the summer of 1572 gone? Brocade and sonnet marathons were the rage. We used to dress up in the flags of rival barons and conquer one another in cold rooms of stone. Out on the dance floor, we were all doing the struggle, while your sister practiced the Daphne all alone in her room. We borrowed the jargon of farriers for our slang. These days, language seems transparent, a badly broken code. The 1790s will never come again. Childhood was big. People would take walks to the very tops of hills and write down what they saw in their journals without speaking. Our collars were high and our hats were extremely soft. We would surprise each other with alphabets made of twigs. It was a wonderful time to be alive, or even dead. I'm very fond of the period between 1815 and 1821. Europe trembled while we sat still for our portraits, and I would love to return to 1901, if only for a moment, time enough to wind up a music box and do a few dance steps, or shoot me back to 1922 or 1941, or at least let me recapture the serenity of last month, when we picked berries and glided through afternoons in a canoe. Even this morning would be an improvement over the present. I was in the garden then, surrounded by the hum of bees and the Latin names of flowers, watching the early light flash off the slanted windows of the greenhouse and the silver limbs on the rows of dark hemlocks. As usual, I was thinking about the moments of the past, letting my memory rush over them like water rushing over the stones on the bottom of a stream. I was even thinking a little about the future, that place where people are doing a dance we cannot imagine, a dance whose name we can only guess.
So you might imagine that this morning has a little bit about memory in it. And remembering the year just gone by. Now I'm holding this too, so either one of these works. So let's take a moment, and you actually have a blank order of service and a pencil for reading, because the first page is 2011, and the second page we'll talk about in a few minutes. But I want you to spend a moment quietly thinking of a good memory from this past year. Some place you were where you were doing a dance that really said 2011. What were you eating? What was it? Onions and beer? What were you wearing? Think about a moment this summer. Maybe you can talk together with someone that you're here with if you want to. Draw a picture of it. Do whatever you want. Just go back to that memory, and we'll play some quiet music and give you about almost 6 minutes.